Cricket has been the biggest sport and the most loved sport in the India. It has been played in 100 different countries. And major popularity is coming from India itself. And in months of March to May, IPL is celebrated as a festival in India, where fans are supporting their favorite team and also fighting for their team, where the biggest cricketers are competing with each other, where the biggest rival in the history of cricket happens, where the viewership is skyrocketed among all the streaming platforms. But how did BCCI cracked it? And how IPL is competing the biggest premier leagues in the world like PSL?
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
No. Big leagues such as Big Bash League, NFL, NBA, MLB and the English Premier League. The question is how? Let's crack down the business of the IPL and how did it become so popular and so rich among all the premium leagues. So let's begin.
Cricket was started back in 16th century by the English. It was played along the countryside by the Englishmen. And the colonizers, wherever they went, they took their sports with them. And this is how the popularity of cricket was getting started, as it was played all around the world. But the popularity of cricket in India hit when India lifted its first World Cup led by Kapil Dev. This is how the popularity of cricket started. And the players like Sachin Tendulkar, who are referred as the demigods in India and who are worshipped by all the cricket fans, it gained even more popularity. And this is how the start and the rise of cricket started in India. But as the rise of cricket happened in India, the rise of cricket around all the world was getting declined, as the fans were getting bored by looking at the test format and one-day internationals, where this was considered as long format in the cricket. ICC thought of bringing in a new change, a new modification in the formats by cracking down the test cricket into one-day internationals, and right now they cracked the one-day internationals into T20 cricket, which was played around only in 3 hours. This is how the T20 format was started by the ICC, and the first international World Cup in the T20 was held in Africa in 2007. And you know what happened back then.
In the air, Srishan takes it! India win!
After winning in the World Cup, the T20 format in the India was getting so much popularity by all the fans. This is how the T20 was started and getting popularity among all the fans in India and all across the world. While India lifted its first World Cup, a person got to know that this can turn into a great business model in India. He is none other than Lalit Modi.
As looking at the success of T20 cricket, Lalit Modi thought of creating own India's T20 cricket and taking inspiration like how other countries are playing Premier League. Modi thought of having India's own Premier League, that is IPL. But this was not it. There was another competitor which was ICL, India's Cricket League, which was owned by Zee. It was the biggest competitor for IPL. So he wanted to kill the ICL. So he decided to not take the players which were already playing in ICL and made a rule that players who play in ICL can't play in the BCCI. This is how simply they got rid of the competitor and created a world's largest cricket league, and that is Indian Premier League. And then officially IPL was started in 18th April 2008 and it was getting popular among the fans. And this is the rise of IPL. Now, this was all about the start of T20 cricket and IPL. Now, let's go deep into the business of IPL, how they are making so much money and how they are popular. Alright, there are 3 major things where IPL earns money. First, sponsors. Second, broadcasters. And third, IPL teams.
The very first thing that the IPL earns its money is from sponsors. Well, the sponsors of IPL teams and IPL is divided into 2 parts. First is title sponsors. Second is official sponsors. First, title sponsors. Well, title sponsors are those sponsors which are referred within the name and are joined with the name called as IPL, right? For example, Tata IPL, Vivo IPL and DFL IPL. These are some of the title sponsors that IPL had in its previous tenures. Companies pay a lot of money to just be referred with the name called as IPL. This is how much of a brand value and so much big that IPL has become right now. And they not only pay small amounts, they pay a huge amount of money for the reference of being added with the IPL. For just a reference, take a look at this data. The first title sponsor of IPL was DLF, which gave around 40 crore per year. The second was Pepsi, which gave around 70 crore per year. The third was Vivo, which gave around 100 crore from 2016 to 2017, and it jumped to 440 crore from 2018 to 2019. The fourth was Dream 11 sponsor. Fifth was the Vivo again, but it was terminated by the Indian government as there was a conflict that was happening between India and China. But then again, in the sixth was the Tata sponsors, which paid around 330 crore per year. This is one of the biggest source of revenue that the IPL earns, and the revenue of sponsors of the title amount is distributed around among the BCCI and the IPL team. For example, the 50% of the revenue is given to BCCI and the 50% is given to the IPL teams. This is one of the biggest source of revenue for the IPL.
The other type of sponsors IPL has is official sponsors, which are also the sponsor of IPL, which you see in the border lines of the ground. And to just be associated with IPL, they pay a huge amount of money for the IPL, which is also one of the biggest source of revenue for the IPL, which is reportedly said that they earn minimum 300 crores per season, which is very much huge. That's what she said.
The other sources by which the IPL earns most of its revenue is from broadcasting rights. Well, if you don't know what broadcasting rights is, here is a simple explanation of what. For example, if you're looking IPL at a particular channel, right, let's say, the channel has paid a certain amount of money for the IPL to broadcast their game in that channel. The amount that the IPL receives for selling their rights to the channel is called as broadcasting right. Now you got to know, at the starting of IPL, it was broadcasted in the Sony networks, which paid around 820 crores per season to broadcast the IPL in their channel. But in 2018, a thing happened. That is, Starports brought the broadcasting rights of IPL from Sony at a whopping price of 16,400 crores from 2018 to 2022, which breaks down to 3,300 crore per season for just broadcasting the IPL in their channel. This is the major sums of money that the IPL earns. And right now, again, the income gets divided into BCCI and IPL. The 50% goes to the BCCI and 50% goes to the other IPL teams which have been broadcasted in the IPL.
If there is any IPL team, there are 5 ways to earn money: media rights, sponsorships, stadium tickets and gate passes, merchandise sales and prize amount. If you want to know the detailed explanation of these things, of how the teams make money, then check out our dedicated video on RCB, which we have explained everything on that.
The other reasons why IPL got so much popular in India is because of the cricket craze that India has. Because of this cricket craze, India is one of the biggest market for the BCCI and ICC, and IPL is so much popular. And RCB and CSK is one of the most popular cricket team and the cricket rivalries that are popular among all the world right now. By this, the fans get divided and get thrilled that they are watching their two favorite cricketers playing against each other. This gives a lot of entertainment for the fans and also a lot of thrills for the fans. But right now it is also ending up with lot of hatred towards the players, like towards some great players like Dhoni, Kohli and Hardik Pandya. I don't think that these players deserve any kind of hate that the fans are providing it to them. They represent India to the international level, and when these players play for international India, these fans that are spreading the hatred towards them, they will again pray for the God for them to win. None of these players deserve any kind of hatred for what they have given to this country. So I would request anybody who is seeing this video to not give hate to any of the cricketers, because at the end they are players and they represent our country in the international games. A healthy competition is okay, but getting hate, I don't think that it's right for any kind of players as such. Oh, wait, there is one more person, one more reason why IPL is so much big in India. It is none other than a man who is a walking legend, a man who writes history, a man who controls the cricket by himself, a man who writes a script like no other directors, no other script writers. He is a walking legend. He is a god in the cricket, a man who controls the BCCI. Jai Shah. This is one of the main reasons why IPL is so much popular. Alright, so this was all about the IPL. In this video, you learned mainly a lot of things. That is, how did IPL become so popular and what are the different business models that IPL has right now. But two lessons which you learned from this video is how continuous experimentation can get and create some new trends in the market. For example, if ICCI didn't experiment in the format of cricket, we would have never gotten T20 format and IPL wouldn't even been a thing in India. Second thing, that is execution of your plans. If Lalit Modi didn't come up with a plan of starting the Indian Premier League and he didn't execute the idea that he had, we wouldn't have seen IPL right now. We wouldn't have seen the teams like RCB and CSK competing with each other and creating one of the best and entertaining rivalries that we have seen. And by the way, RCB won. It went to the playoffs. This is how IPL became so much big. This was all about IPL.
And now, if you want to know how BJP is winning all the elections and with their strategic ideologies and strategic marketing, they are gaining a lot of popularity. You can check the video out. But till then, be curious,
Keep learning.
you're watching Worth It.
You can see the riding on the pavement. Young kids, they're growing up in basements. Online, a whole new generation. I'ma make mine, so you better go take it. Always, they need a new replacement. Decentralized, can't contain it.
ನೀ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ 3, 2, 1.